Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two blended Scotch whiskeys from Dewar's, owned by Bacardi International, and have one from 1998. Well, at least it was introduced in 1998. This is Dewar's 15-year age, the Monarch. That's the nickname of it, the Monarch. Age 15 years. This is Dewar's 18-year age, the Vintage, introduced in 2003. Both produced under a royal warrant to the royal family of Scotland, Queen Elizabeth II, and her heirs, Queen of Scotland, England, Jersey, Gibraltar, St. Christopher and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Solomon Islands, New Zealand, and other various realms around the world. Anyway, this is going to be a challenge, let me tell you, because I had trouble with the 15 versus the 12. I was able to tell them apart. The 15 had a little bit bolder flavor, but it was not much, and it wasn't a $14 difference. I'm telling you now. Now this is a $30 difference. It's going to cost you about $70 for the Dewar's 18-year age full size bottle, and it's $40 for the 15-year age. So is it going to really be $30 better? I seriously doubt it, but we're going to find out. I'll do the best I can. And maybe my best just wasn't good enough. All right. I need a little bit more 15 to even it. I've got multiple bottles. And I'll try to keep the challenges going for as long as I can. The 15-year-old versus every other Scotch I have till I run out. Then I'll bring the 18-year in and do the same. Then when I run out, it's off to we'll do the brandy. We'll go into a different type of liquor. Brandy, it'll be Hervey brandy. They're both deep gold. But there isn't a whole lot of difference one to the other. So appearance won't matter. We know price matters. $30 difference. $30 difference per regular size bottle. So this is going to have to come from aroma and flavor. I won't have to close my eyes because they look pretty much one like the other. Are these popular around Louisiana, the 15 and the 18-year-old? I wouldn't say they are. I would say the Dewar's white label is. You know, the standard no age statement Dewar's, probably minimal age, 3-4 years, since 1899. Every liquor store in Louisiana sells Dewar's white label. And what I mean is every convenience store and gas station and grocery store sells it because that's where liquor is bought in Louisiana. There is a liquor store in this town. Jams bottle up, Jams bottoms up, Jams bottle up, or whatever it's called. I don't know how they're making any money, Jams, but some people go there, I guess. It's not like you're saving money. I haven't been there in a while. Maybe I'll go check them out today. Not to buy any liquor. I got too much liquor now, but maybe look at their beer selection. We'll see. I doubt it, but I might go. But I mean, if I go to the gas station, they all sell whiskey, cognac, gin, so wine, of course, beer. So liquor stores don't really make it around here because everybody can sell liquor. All right. Other states like Maryland, you can't even sell beer in a store, a grocery store. You got to buy it from a liquor store. So you got the most restrictive states like Maryland and Pennsylvania, and then least restrictive like Louisiana. Drewski, Brewski, cheers, Ronald, the riot. Cheers, back to you. All right. So let's go with the aroma. I didn't read the taste and aroma notes on their website. I did in the past, but I don't remember. Because all those websites, they're the same, like whether it's Dewar's, Johnny Walker, Jack Daniels, Canadian Club, it'll be like, oh, the luxurious aroma of, and it'll give you all of these things, dried flowers and nutmeg and blanched cinnamon and creamed radish and all of this. And it's like you smell it and taste it, and it's like it doesn't really taste like all that. Well, but it could be that I'm not equipped to taste things that they're describing. That just smell like regular old whiskey, honestly. Like if you smell that, I said this in the last few taste challenges. I'll say blind. What is this? You say, oh, that's some whiskey. Sure, it's not rum? No, it's no rum. Sure, it's not brandy? Nah, it's not brandy. Sure, it's not tequila. Well, nobody's gonna think it's tequila, But you might not even be able to guess the country. I'll be like, where's this whiskey from? Japan, Ireland, Scotland, Canada, the United States. You just may not be able to guess. It's not like, you're thinking Scotch. Smoke. Nope. Dewar's doesn't do that. Well, they might have some that do that, but I haven't had any, except for that mezcal, the illegal mezcal barrel finish. That was a collaboration. So, yeah, it had a smokiness, but not from the Scotch. It was from the mezcal barrels. Yeah, same thing here. Just like cereal grain, fermented, pungent cereal grain, and given distillation and some wood notes. So am I noticing a $40, sorry, I keep saying 40, a $30 difference on the nose? No, I'm not noticing a $40. Try it again. No, I'm not noticing a $30 difference on the nose. I'm not noticing a $30 difference. I don't know if I'm noticing a $3 difference. Okay, so now Papa, like Dieter, that guy Dieter, he calls it Papa's Reviews. He does a lot of alcohol. He claims, that's just his opinion. Other people would strongly disagree. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. People ask me, I say, I don't know. But he says, you're wasting money when you buy all these expensive whiskeys and rums. You don't get nothing, he said, you don't get nothing out of it. Nothing out of it. You're just wasting your money. You're wasting your money. You just need to buy the base model. And that's his opinion. And I have noticed that in other products, other whiskey brands, that the higher level ones don't seem to be any better. But, that's just from like one tasting. I haven't gone like continually tried them. He's not saying it's a scam per se. He's just saying it's not a value. He's not saying the companies are tricking people. Wood, honey, sugar water. Most whiskey tastes like sugar water. Nectar, honeysuckle, yeast, like, it's just could be anything. All right. Is it extremely different from American blended whiskeys that I own? Not really. I mean, it's more alike than different, to tell you the truth. Except those are using bourbon as their straight whiskey, and these are using single malt Scotch, which in some cases, well, anyway, all right. Bourbon's made from corn, and single malt's made from barley malt. So, all right. Now here, it's got more of a honey twang to it. It's a stronger wood note, stronger, bolder, more vintage, haha, vintage, the vintage, more older. You say in 18 years it's going to take on a lot of woodiness. It is, or it could, it may, and in this case it does. So I think I'm getting more wood here. So 18-year age Scotch, blended Scotch whiskey versus a 15-year age. Did I pay the full price per ounce? No. No. I got both of them a lot cheaper than you would get them normally if you bought a regular bottle at a regular liquor store. I got them a whole lot cheaper, but $45 is a lot better than paying $70. Don't you agree? Now, which one's better? You see, that's a question because you might like the honey notes more. You might say, well, I like that honeyness, the honey flavor. The other person might say, no, I like that wood. I like that strong oak barrel flavor. Yeah, bolder flavor. The third person might say, I don't really care. I just want the one that's cheaper because they both fine to me. I mean, I like them both. I guess they fine. I'll save the 40. I'll save the $30 and just be done with it. So there's different perspectives you could have on it. In my case, I do challenges. I don't really drink whiskey just to drink it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody at work, he would say, "You're a nerd." That's what he told me. You're a nerd. Regular people drink whiskey just to drink it. You got to make some kind of analysis of it every time, like it's a science project. I do make an analysis of it every time, like it's a science project or some kind of, drawn out, complicated hobby. It's true. I agree with that. And I never argue with him. I'll say, yeah, that's true. So I can't really say, well, what would I do on just a regular whiskey drinking basis? I don't know because I don't ever do a regular whiskey drinking pattern or behavior. The only time I'm going to be drinking whiskey is during a solo examination, a solo review, like say, whatever thing I have on make a video, or a duo review, or if we do an examination, which is rare, but we have done those, live hangout examination, or the taste challenges. Beyond that, I never come home from work and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna drink some whiskey. I don't do it. Because A, I don't have any desire to do it. I don't feel like doing it. And B, I want to save the products for the challenges. I drink beer when I get home. I drank 2 beers yesterday after work, only 2. And I did do a taste challenge for an upcoming date. But I could just drink those just to drink. It doesn't have to be a project or a video or an examination. Like the natural ice, I drank 2 of them. They were very enjoyable. And I was thinking about that while I was sipping on it, drinking it. I said, man, this is such a good beer. Okay. Liam Gillespie says, favorite Led Zeppelin album? Presence from 1986. Can't get my dates right. 1976, of course. 86. Presence, 1976. That's my favorite. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on Bavik beer? I think that comes from the Netherlands. I never had it. I don't think I had it. It's probably nice. They make a lot of beer, in that country. Okay. There's one from Indonesia, I think, that used to be owned by Indonesia was owned by the Netherlands until 1949. So their beer culture is influenced by the Dutch. So what those people drink, and it's a Muslim country, so they discourage drinking, But although they do it, but their beer is based on the Dutch tradition. All right. This is the 15-year age. But I'm wrong. That's the 18-year age. So the 15 had the bolder flavor and nose and all that. Wow. It's Belgian. It's very good. Oh, Belgian beer. Okay. But half of Belgian is Dutch people, right? The Flemish. But Belgium used to own some countries across the ocean. Belgian Congo, Rwanda, Burundi. That little country Belgium had owned countries in Africa. If you put them together, they're bigger, about half the size of Europe. And of course, Belgium was part of the Netherlands until the 1830s. It was just the Netherlands. They used to have a country called the Netherlands. The Netherlands today, Belgium, and Luxembourg. It was all the Netherlands. But because of political and cultural reasons, it got divided up, you see. The Netherlands today broke away and became its own country, the independent United Netherlands, and then the rest of it, which we call Belgium and Luxembourg, became the Spanish Netherlands, and then the Austrian Netherlands. And remember, Luxembourg was owned by it's a separate country, but Luxembourg was owned by the King of the Netherlands. In other words, it belonged to the King of the Netherlands. So I have an old geography book from 1882, and it shows Luxembourg, and it says in parentheses, to the Netherlands, meaning it belongs to the Netherlands. But there was one little problem. The law of Luxembourg was they could never have a female ruler. I don't know if that's a law today. So the King of the Netherlands died in 1890, and his heir, the inheritor, was a woman, Queen, I don't know, Wilhelmina or something. So automatically, the Luxembourg became an independent Grand Duchy with their own Grand Duke. And before that, the Grand Duke of Luxembourg was the King of the Netherlands. So same thing happened with Hanover. The King of Hanover was also the King of England, but they had the same law in Hanover. You could not have a woman ruler. So when Victoria became Queen of England, that was it. They were separated. It wasn't that England owned Hanover. England never owned Hanover, and England never ruled Hanover, and their law had nothing to do with Hanover, and Hanover's law had nothing to do with England. They just happened to have the same ruler, King George and King William was the king of two different countries. See, that's what happened there. But they had no common heritage at all. Okay, Luxembourg and the Netherlands did have a common heritage because they were both part of what was originally called the Netherlands, the original Netherlands. Okay, I should teach history. Ron says, Liam, I used to teach history. Checking in, Ron. Hope I didn't miss all the fun. Well, you missed the mistake. I think it's in the Bible where women should never be in a leadership role. In the church, true, in the church. Craft-tastic. Actually, it says in the Bible they are forbidden to speak in the church. I don't mean like in the Catholic Church, they don't mean like make an announcement like this Sunday we're having a potluck supper to raise money for the children's fund. They're meaning in it as a speaking role and authority to give a homily or be a priest or a preacher. No. And the Catholic Church does not allow that. Neither does the Orthodox churches. But then you got the liberal Protestant churches that will say, well, let them speak because we're going to do what we think is right in our own minds. Who cares what the scriptures say? They got that fallacy going on there. I used to be Protestant, but then I I got wise. All right. Thank goodness. All right. I was like a puppy. People say, "What do you mean you were a puppy? You were a puppy when you were Protestant, and now you're Catholic? What does that mean?" Yeah, my eyes opened up. Like a puppy, their eyes open. All right. Now, anyhow, like Spanky would say, anyhow. Um, I love the scene where Spanky's throwing all the money out the window. All right. I felt like I was throwing money out the window too when I bought all these bottles. So, does Dewar's 18-year win? How can it win? I couldn't even tell them apart. Doesn't win in this case. So would I pay the extra $30? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I guess I'd be happy with the Dewar's 12-year. I've been happy with it. It's done very well. I got such a cheap price for it. I paid such a cheap price for it. So the Dewar's 12 years, I'll just stick with that. Now, the 15 years is very nice. The 18-year age is very nice. But I'm not seeing the benefit from the extra age and especially the super extra price. But maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so Wednesday, which is tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll do Dewar's 15-year age versus, because that's the one we're dealing with right now. Dewar's 15-year age, the Monarch versus everybody else. Well, do I like the Kinks or the Who? The Kinks are fine, If I want to go dancing, I'll tell people, come dancing. I got to make sure if I dance this with a woman, that it's not somebody that is really a man. But anyway, and then the Who is fine, the Who is fine. They're fine, I like them. I don't love them. I don't love either band, but they're fine. I like them. They're nice. They're like Dewar's white label. Okay, so the next one is Grants. Now I would grant you, I think Grants is going to get Kilderated. Grants is okay. The Family Reserve, now known as Triplewood, it's fine. It's like the Kinks. If I hear them on the radio, I like them, but I wouldn't go run and buy the album, any of the. I have no Kinks albums. I have some Who albums. The Who albums. What's that? Tommy and Who's Next? And Who Are You? And Face Dances. So there you go. Grant's going to get killed. Clan McGregor's going to do better. It's still going to lose, though. It's got a little smokiness and peatiness, but still going to lose. And then we'll go on to Johnny Walker Red Label. It'll probably win. You say that low life. Why are you slumming it with Johnny Walker Red Label? Because I need money. And then we're going to do Johnny Walker Blue Label, which you would hope would win, but you never know. Okay, thanks for watching this video production. Have a nice Tuesday.